Okay, everybody, DK here, and I got a thing to fix, and I only kind of know what it is. The box says Pocket Detective. Inside it's a Pocket Detective 2.1 photometric window tint tester, and we got a couple other pieces here that go with it. I think you stick these on a car window, and then this box will tell you, or you can slide it over the glass and it'll tell you how tinted windows are. This belongs to our local law enforcement, and it had a little incident, and it's in for repair. So anyway, let's see. If we look in here, made in USA on electronics, what do you know? So yeah, we have a shredded 9-volt battery connection thing. I think the other part of it was in the box. Was it? I thought I saw it. Well, that's not important. I'm not concerned about that. So I have a 9-volt battery clip that should be acceptable. I know some people really like the plastic tipped ones rather than the ones like this, but in this case we are solving the problem with the materials that we have rather than wishing we had materials that we don't have. So probably need to go to the store and buy some more battery clips, because this was the only one I could find today. Goodness. Apparently I didn't unscrew that quite enough. Come on, open up. Okay, so that glued on tape material goes all the way through. Let's see, is this attached anywhere over here? Is there anything holding that down? Or is it just pinned? Why is that stuck in the corner? Okay, it slides onto a rubber grommet. These grommets, apparently, this one is glued down. These may have been glued down at one time or another in the past. It looks like they were. So I will put a drop of glue back on those when we reassemble this to help keep it from bobbling around. Okay, it looks like our original battery clip was wound up and down and through. So there are 2 leads. And what I will do is I will snake the new ones together through and solder that on, and then we'll be able to test the device. But this should just be a matter of heating that with the soldering iron. It should come right out. I might need to use a little bit of a solder sucker to get anything out of the hole, but probably not needed. Should be pretty darn straightforward. So there we go. So I'm going to change the battery clip and then we'll see how it works. Okay, so I've got the replacement battery clip soldered in there real nice, and like I say, I see that there were drops of glue here on those rubber grommets to hold that down, so we'll just use a little bit of super glue. I could use the generic term CA glue, but this is actual super glue brand super glue, so I guess it's proper to call it super glue. Okay, and then we'll just reinstall this over that standoff there. Press that in. Oh good, and that standoff popped off too. Alright, so they were all coming unglued anyway. That's fine. Because if I don't glue these back down, this thing's just going to rattle around inside the case, and that's no good for anybody either. There. I'm sure most of you probably know it if you've anybody who's done this, but maybe the John Q home user doesn't know this. With super glues, when you put them in place, you want to not get them all over your fingers, which I've already done, but you want to actually press your two pieces together very, very tightly to push all of the air and oxygen out. If you could push all of the oxygen out of the connection, which in this case it's kind of a rubbery grommet to plastic, it will bond instantaneously very, very strong. So that's the trick to super glue and CA glue. Yep, it's bonded good now. That was it. Oh poop. No, not oh poop. I was looking at this and I'm like, the battery compartment, I have to get this slipped into the battery compartment, and did I have to do that before? No, they left enough space that I can slip that through. And now we'll just reattach 4 screws and give it a test. Okay, so when I first put one of their batteries in, there were 2 batteries in the box, it did not turn on. So I pulled one of my batteries that's putting out about 8 volts, which is low, and I can hold down the button and I get a reading and a number and a low battery complaint. So I'm sure the device is just fine. It just needed a battery clip, and that's great that we could solve that. And now I can return this to our local law enforcement, and they'll be able to make sure that people aren't hiding in cars with too dark of windows. Kind of interesting that we would get a device like this on the channel, but hey, you know what? General electronic repairs, sometimes they don't need a rocket scientist, they just need a solder monkey. And if I'm your solder monkey, ooh, ah, ee. Alright, cool. So that is all repaired. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.